Most people think saving money only matters once you have thousands in the bank. That's exactly why most people never build wealth. Your first $100 is not just money, it's proof that you can control your future. It's the moment your brain stops seeing money as something that just disappears and starts seeing it as something you can actually keep. Most Americans live paycheck to paycheck, not because they don't earn enough, but because they never learn to keep anything. Rent hits, credit card bills show up, subscriptions drain your account, gas, food, random expenses. Before you know it, every dollar you made is gone. And when that happens every single month, your brain starts believing that saving is impossible. But the truth is, your first $100 changes everything. It rewrites the story you tell yourself about money. And once that story changes, everything else follows. Most people say they want to save money, but they never actually do it. They talk about building an emergency fund. They talk about investing one day. They talk about financial freedom. But talking doesn't build wealth. Action does. And your brain doesn't believe in possibilities. It believes in evidence. Right now, if you've never saved $100 and kept it, your brain has zero proof that you're capable of saving, zero proof that you can delay gratification, zero proof that you can say no to impulse purchases. So every time you try to save, your brain fights you. It tells you that you deserve that coffee. It tells you that one shirt won't hurt. It tells you that saving is something other people do, not you. But the moment you save your first $100 and actually keep it, something shifts. Your brain sees the evidence. It realizes you're not the person who spends everything anymore. You're the person who saves. And once your brain accepts that identity, saving becomes easier every single time. Think about someone who decides to lose weight. The hardest part isn't the diet. It's believing they're capable of change. But the moment they lose the first 5 pounds, their brain clicks. They see proof. And suddenly, staying consistent feels possible. Your first $100 works the same way. It's not about the amount. It's about proving to yourself that you can do it. Living paycheck to paycheck feels normal in America. 70% of people do it. But just because it's common doesn't mean it's okay. And the scary part is, most people who live this way don't even realize they're trapped. They think they're just managing. They think they're doing fine because they're paying bills on time. But here's the truth. If one unexpected expense could ruin your month, you're not managing, you're surviving. And survival mode keeps you stuck forever. The only way out is to create a gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is your freedom. And your first $100 is the beginning of that gap. It's the first time you prove that you don't need to spend everything you make. Let's say you get paid $1,500. Rent takes $800. Bills take $200. Food and gas take $300. That leaves $200. Most people spend that $200 on random stuff, eating out, impulse buys, stuff they forget about in a week. But if you take just $100 of that and put it aside, something changes. You still have $100 to spend, but now you also have $100 that's yours, $100 that nobody can touch, $100 that isn't going to a landlord or a credit card company. That $100 is the first brick in the wall between you and financial stress. And once that wall starts building, everything gets easier. Delayed gratification is the most important money skill you'll ever learn. It's the difference between people who build wealth and people who stay broke forever. And the crazy part is, most people never learn it. They grow up in a world that rewards instant everything. Want food? Order it now. Want a new phone? Finance it today. Want to feel good? Buy something. Swipe the card, feel the dopamine hit, repeat. But that cycle never builds anything. It just keeps you in the same place, chasing the next purchase. Saving your first $100 forces you to break that cycle. It forces you to say no to something you want right now so you can have something better later. And that's uncomfortable at first. Your brain hates waiting. It wants the reward now. But the more you practice saying no, the stronger that muscle gets. Think about it like this. If you see a pair of shoes for $60 and you really want them, your first instinct is to buy them. But if you're working towards saving your first $100, you pause. You ask yourself if those shoes are worth delaying your goal. Most of the time, the answer is no, and when you walk away, something powerful happens. You realize the craving fades. A week later, you don't even remember wanting those shoes, but your $100, that's still there. That $100 is real. The shoes would have been gone. And every time you make that choice, delayed gratification gets easier. You start seeing purchases differently. You stop buying things to feel good and start saving to actually be good. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build through proof. And when it comes to money, most people have zero financial confidence. They don't believe they can save. They don't believe they can invest. They don't believe they'll ever get ahead. And the reason they don't believe it is because they've never done it. They've never proven to themselves that they're capable. But saving your first $100 gives you that proof. It shows you that you're not helpless. It shows you that you can set a goal and actually reach it. And once you have that confidence, everything else becomes possible. Let's say you save your first $100 in 2 months. That's $50 a month, $12 a week, less than $2 a day. It's not a huge sacrifice, but when you hit that goal, you feel it. You feel proud. You feel capable. And your brain registers that feeling. Then you think, if I can save 100, I can save 200. If I can save 200, I can save 1,000. If I can save 1,000, I can start investing. And suddenly, the impossible starts feeling possible. That's what financial confidence does. It takes you from I can't to I already did. And once you're in that mindset, there's no limit to what you can build. Most millionaires didn't start rich. They started with small wins, wins that built confidence, wins that made them believe they could do more. Your first $100 is that first win. One of the worst feelings in the world is financial panic. That moment when something breaks or a bill comes in or your car needs a repair and you have no idea how you're going to pay for it. Your heart races, your stomach drops, you feel trapped. And when you live paycheck to paycheck, that feeling happens constantly, because without any savings, every unexpected expense is a crisis. But having even $100 in your account changes that. It doesn't solve every problem, but it gives you breathing room. It gives you options. It stops the panic. Let's say your car tire blows out. It's going to cost $80 to replace. If you have zero savings, that $80 has to come from somewhere else. Maybe you skip groceries. Maybe you don't pay a bill. Maybe you put it on a credit card and pay interest. All of those options make your life harder. But if you have $100 saved, you pay for the tire and you move on. No panic, no stress, no debt. You still have $20 left. And yeah, your savings took a hit, but you didn't spiral. You handled it. And that feeling of control is priceless. Most people think they need thousands of dollars to feel secure, but security doesn't start with thousands. It starts with 100. It starts with knowing that if something small goes wrong, you won't fall apart. And once you experience that security, you'll never want to go back to living on the edge. Most people say they value financial security. They say they want to build wealth. They say money matters to them. But their spending tells a different story. They spend $40 on drinks they don't remember. They spend $60 on clothes they wear once. They spend $100 on stuff that doesn't improve their life at all. And then they wonder why they're always broke. Saving your first $100 forces you to confront that gap. It forces you to look at your spending and ask, is this actually worth it? Is this purchase more valuable than my financial future? And most of the time, the answer is no. Let's say you go out to eat 3 times a week. Each meal costs $15. That's $45 a week, almost $200 a month. Now, if you cut that down to once a week, you save $30 a week. That's $120 a month, more than enough to hit your first $100 savings goal. And here's the key. You're not giving up eating out. You're just doing it less. You're choosing to value your future more than a random Tuesday night meal. That's what saving teaches you. It teaches you to separate what you actually care about from what you're just doing out of habit. And once you start making intentional choices, your money goes a lot further. Most people don't save because they think small amounts don't matter. They think, What's $5 gonna do? What's $10 gonna change? So they spend it. They assume that wealth is built through big moves, big paychecks, big wins. But that's not how it works. Wealth is built through small, consistent actions that compound over time. And your first $100 is proof of that. Saving $100 doesn't require a huge income. It doesn't require a perfect budget. It just requires consistency. $5 here, $10 there, skipping one unnecessary purchase, choosing water instead of soda, walking instead of ordering a ride. None of those decisions feel life-changing in the moment, but when you add them up, they become $100. And that $100 becomes $200, and $200 becomes $1,000, and $1,000 becomes financial freedom. Think about a person who saves $5 a day. That's $35 a week, $150 a month, $1,800 a year. In 5 years, that's $9,000 from just $5 a day. Most people spend $5 without even thinking. A coffee, a snack, a random app purchase. But if you redirect that $5 into savings, it changes your life. Your first $100 is the proof that small actions matter. And once you see that proof, you'll never underestimate small actions again. Most people think investing is something you do when you're rich. They think you need thousands of dollars to start. They think the stock market is only for people who know what they're doing. But that's not true. You can start investing with $100, and the sooner you start, the more powerful it becomes. Let's say you save your first $100 and decide to invest it in an index fund. Historically, the stock market returns about 10% a year on average. So after 1 year, your $100 becomes $110. After 10 years, it becomes $260. After 30 years, it becomes $1,700. And that's if you never add another dollar. Now imagine if you keep adding $100 every few months. That small habit turns into tens of thousands of dollars over time. But here's the key. None of that happens if you never save your first $100. Because investing doesn't start with knowledge. It doesn't start with confidence. It starts with having money to invest. And your first $100 is that money. It's the seed that grows into everything else. Most people waste decades thinking they'll start investing later, but later never comes. Life gets more expensive, responsibilities pile up, and before they know it, they're 50 years old with no retirement savings. Don't let that be you. Save your first $100, then take the next step. Open a brokerage account. Buy your first share of an index fund. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start. Because the best time to start investing was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Money isn't just numbers in a bank account. It's emotional. It's tied to stress, fear, hope, and control. And for most people, money feels like something that controls them. They work for it, they stress about it, they lose it, and they never feel like they're winning. But saving your first $100 flips that relationship. For the first time, you're in control. You're telling your money where to go instead of watching it disappear. You're making decisions that benefit your future instead of just surviving the present. And that shift is everything. Think about how it feels to check your bank account and see $100 that you don't have to spend. It feels good. It feels safe. It feels like progress. And the more you experience that feeling, the more you want it. You start protecting your savings. You start looking for ways to add to it. You start thinking long-term instead of just day-to-day. That's the mindset shift that builds wealth. And it all starts with $100. Most people never experience this shift because they never take the first step. They wait for the perfect time. They wait for a raise. They wait for life to get easier. But life never gets easier until you take control. And taking control starts with saving your first $100. Your first $100 isn't just money, it's proof. Proof that you can save. Proof that you can delay gratification. Proof that you're capable of building something bigger than your current paycheck. It's the moment you stop being controlled by money and start controlling it. It's the foundation of every dollar you'll save after it. And it's the beginning of financial confidence that will carry you for the rest of your life. Saving $100 won't make you rich overnight, but it will make you different. It will change how you see money. It will change how you make decisions, and it will set you on a path that most people never find. So stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Stop thinking small amounts don't matter. Save your first $100. Protect it, watch it grow, and let it be the proof you need that your financial future is in your hands. Money doesn't care where you started. It only cares what you do next. And the truth is, your first $100 matters more than your first 1,000 because it teaches you that you're capable. Once you believe that, nothing can stop you. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today.